So, I got a basket. It was 49 cents. And it's got these weird color spots on it. It's also a little warped and lopsided, but we're not going to worry about the warped and lopsidedness. We're just going to strip it of its identity. Whoop, there you go. So I decided to start with some black as a base coat, and then I was going to go over it with some nice pastel colors and create a cute little ombre on this basket. Give it some new life. It deserves a second chance. But this part here where I'm just painting the entire thing black, yeah, it was riveting. It took me forever, and it had a lot of little nooks and crannies, and whatever sort of wicker material the basket was made of, in some parts it sucked up all the paint like a sponge and just with all the paint, and in some it didn't want to dry, so that was fun. It just took me a lifetime to do. I call this resourcefully drawing your project. Now, I wanted to go back over it after taking a break because I had to stop. My hand cramped up from holding it for forever, and I'm still painting the black. Woo. And at that point, I decided to take a break and make dinner. Now at this point the basket had dried out, was nice and, well, dry, so I could move on to the next step, which was taping off all the edges. Now there were only 5. Wait, pentagon 7. Yeah, 5 edges. I know math. And I wanted to tape them off so I didn't get as much paint as I would inevitably get on the edges when I use pastel colors. I think so. So I went in with my colors, and I started with a layer of white so that because of the black, I didn't want the colors to just absorb into the black and be muted-ish from absorbing into that black paint I'd put down as a base. So I wanted the white to go in and brighten things up. And the white, much like the black, because I had to cover a lot of surface area with it, took an eternity. Go figure. It was a very long process. And not quite as long as the black, though, because I didn't have to paint the entire inside and all the little nooks and crannies of the outside. I just had to go over the flat edges. But hey, you know, it was going to look good in the end, so a little time was worth it. And then I decided to go check on my feather children. Why are you going to the food bowl?
Why are you still over there?
Why are you over minding your business?
Anyway, so now we're going to the pastels. Well, I'm going to the pastels. You're not. You didn't do this. If you do, fine, I guess. I started with yellow and then went into pink and tried to blend the colors as I went. The white was still tacky at this point, so I could blend it into the colors and make sure everything looked nice and bright. And the colors wouldn't change too much as they dried. So I went yellow to pink and then to blue. By this point, my hand was seriously cramping up, and it was hard to hold anything. It took forever to do this step. But looks good. Yeah, sit it down, please. To finish off the basket, I used 2 different kinds of glaze, a dragonfly glitter glaze with smaller glitters, and a bigger chunk glitter glaze. And then I let it dry, and here's finished product. It's perfect for small candles, for candies, for pens, for pencils, for tiny post-it pads. It's great.
Very grumpy. Also very grumpy.